Good morning, children. Here we start with our first audio session of 10th standard biology. Here in our textbook, we are given with several life processes. Before going into the details, let us see what a life process is. You all know, all the living organisms perform some basic functions to keep them alive. The basic functions performed by the living organisms to maintain their life on this earth are called life processes. Once again, what are life processes? The basic functions performed by all living organisms to maintain their life on this earth are called as life processes. Some examples of the life processes are nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretion, and so on. Now let us look into the details of nutrition. We all know the process of nutrition involves the taking of food inside the body and converting it into small molecules. Why do we take food? Because we need energy. All living organisms need energy to perform various life processes. This energy we obtain from the food we take. So, my dear children, food is a kind of fuel which provides energy to all living organisms. What is food? Food is a kind of fuel which provides energy for all living organisms. Now, what is nutrition? We all know that food is an organic substance. The simplest food is glucose, and starch is made from glucose. We call this glucose and starch as carbohydrates. What is the simplest food? Glucose. How is starch formed? Starch is formed from glucose. To which category of the food this starch and glucose belongs to? They belong to carbohydrates. What are other forms of food then? Proteins and fats, vitamins, minerals all include food. And the process of taking or consuming the food is called as nutrition. So what is nutrition? The process of taking in food and utilizing the food is called as nutrition. And the food we take, the items we take for our body building and repair are called as nutrients. So carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals all are called as nutrients. Depending upon the process of intake of food, nutrition is of two types: autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. What are the two types of nutrition? Autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Now, what is nutrition? The process of taking in of food is called as nutrition. What is simple form of food? Here it is. Glucose is a simple form of food. What is complex form? Starch. See how glucose is converted into starch. Both of them are called as carbohydrates. Glucose and starch are called as carbohydrates. What do carbohydrates give? They give us energy. What are these? Fats and proteins. What is nutrition? Taking in food is called as nutrition. So what is nutrition? It is process in which food is obtained to provide energy. Is called as nutrition. Here like this. Now what are modes of nutrition? The modes of nutrition are autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Once again, what are the modes of nutrition? Autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Let us see what is autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition is that mode of nutrition. Once again, what is autotrophic nutrition? Autotrophic nutrition is that mode of nutrition in which an organism makes its own food from simple inorganic materials like carbon dioxide and water present in the atmosphere. See here in this video, the plant is taking carbon dioxide from the leaves and water through the roots. It is utilizing the sunlight and preparing food. This mode of nutrition is called as autotrophic nutrition. With the help of simple inorganic substances like carbon dioxide and water, with the help of sunlight and the green substance, they prepare us food. Example, green plants and autotrophic bacteria. Green plants and autotrophic bacteria are examples for autotrophic mode of nutrition. See, this is now autotrophic bacteria. So the mode of nutrition is autotrophic mode of nutrition. See, these are green plants. They prepare food. So all the autotrophs are called as producers of food. Is it right? They are producers of food because they produce food for millions of organisms on earth, for human beings and all animals. Now let us see heterotrophic mode of nutrition. The word hetero means others. Trophos means nutrition. The heterotrophic nutrition means that mode of nutrition in which an organism cannot make its own food from simple inorganic materials like carbon dioxide and water. It depends on other organisms for food. Once again, what is heterotrophic mode of nutrition? Heterotrophic mode of nutrition is that mode of nutrition in which an organism cannot make their own food and it depends on other organism. A heterotrophic organism is called as a consumer. Heterotrophic organism is called as consumer. All animals exhibit heterotrophic mode of nutrition. And the organisms which exhibit heterotrophic mode of nutrition are called as heterotrophs. Understand? Let us see. See here, the deer, it depends on green plants. The green plant is producer and the deer here is an consumer. It is consuming food. So it is heterotroph. The animal eating grass. Here this is a plant which cannot prepare food. Non-green plant. See how it is eating insect. So it is insectivorous plant. Here an animal eating an animal. It is a heterotroph. Lion eating a herbivore. It also depends on other organism. So it is a heterotroph. And the mode of nutrition is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Understood? Autotrophic and heterotrophic. These all are heterotrophic modes of nutrition. Now, see the types of heterotrophic nutrition. Again, there are various types in heterotrophic mode of nutrition. They are saprophytic or saprotrophic nutrition, parasitic nutrition and holozoic nutrition. What is the first type of heterotrophic nutrition? Saprotrophic or saprophytic. Let us see. What is saprotrophic nutrition? Saprotrophic nutrition is that nutrition in which an organism obtains its food from decaying organic matter. What is saprophytic nutrition? It is a mode of nutrition in which an organism obtains its food from what? Dead and decaying organic matter. Dead and decaying organic matter. Now, let us see the second mode of heterotrophic nutrition. Before going to the second mode, let us see the examples of saprophytic nutrition. Examples of saprophytic nutrition are fungi like mushrooms. These saprophytes, they break down the food, the complex food molecules present in the dead and decaying matter, and convert them into simpler substances outside their body. This is the peculiar feature of saprophytic nutrition or a saprophyte. What does a saprophyte do? The saprophyte releases hormones or enzymes onto the dead and decaying bodies. And there it breaks down the complex substances of the dead and decaying matter and then convert them into simple substances, and then they intake that simple substances into their body. Once again I repeat, what is the first mode of heterotrophic nutrition? Saprophytic nutrition. What is saprophytic nutrition? That nutrition in which an organism obtains food from decaying organic matter, that is dead plants, dead animals and rotten food. What is the peculiarity of this nutrition? The saprophyte releases enzymes outside the body onto the dead and decaying matter. What do these enzymes do? These enzymes, they break down the complex food substances present on the dead and decaying matter and convert the complex substances into simple substances. And now the saprophyte intake the simple substance. That is all about saprophyte, and examples are certain fungi. We see mushrooms. I am going to show all the videos of saprophytic nutrition. Let us complete the next two types of nutrition first. The second type of heterotrophic nutrition is parasitic nutrition. The parasitic nutrition is that nutrition in which an organism derives its food from the body of other living organism without killing it. What is parasitic nutrition? An organism derives food from the body of other living organism without killing it. For example, let us take man. We have a parasite called as Plasmodium in us. This parasite, it takes food from man and it causes malarial fever. It does not kill man, but it causes malarial fever. Here man is called as host and Plasmodium is called as parasite. The organism which takes food is called as parasite. The organism which provides food is called as host. There are some parasitic plants, example Cuscuta. And some more examples for parasites are ticks, lice, leech, tapeworm, etc. Now let us see the third mode of heterotrophic nutrition, that is holozoic nutrition. Holo means feeding on solid food. If the very good example of our holozoic nutrition is man, what do? We take the complex inorganic food materials into our body by the process of ingestion. We take complex food into the body. This process is called as ingestion. Then we break down the complex food into simple substances by a process called as digestion. and again we send out the undigested food. So what is holozoic nutrition? Taking in complex food into the body, then breaking down the complex food and then sending out the indigested food. Now, examples for holozoic nutrition are cattle, deer, tiger. Not only these big animals, we have some unicellular organisms which are examples of holozoic nutrition. Here we see the pictures of various types of heterotrophic nutrition. Come on, let us see. This is saprophytic nutrition or saprotrophic nutrition. See the dead animal and how the fungus grow on the dead animals. These are mushrooms. It is obtaining its food from dead animal. And here parasite. See the mosquito, how it is sending the plasmodium into man. The mosquito is the carrier of parasite. Man is the host. And parasite is plasmodium. That is in the mosquito. When the mosquito bites, this parasite enters the man. So parasite is plasmodium. Man is the host. This is a parasitic plant, Cuscuta. See how it twined around a green plant. Here this is again plasmodium and roundworm. Next, these are holozoic nutrition. How food is taken into the body of organism. Ingestion. Now it is digestion. Digested food is absorbed here in intestine. And see how it is sending the undigested food. See, the food is passing through intestine. Useful materials are absorbed and the waste material is now sending out through anum as a fecus. See, human beings, examples of heterotrophs, human beings, animals, all of them show holozoic mode of nutrition.